If you guys came here for paddles, then just bear with me. I do have an important PSA regarding paddles, but first I need to get a few things off my chest. Hey, what's going on everybody? Happy New Year's. You are probably thinking, Will, you're wrong. New Year's was like 3 weeks ago. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're right, but also you're wrong because it's actually Lunar New Year's right now. Year of the Lucky Rabbit. So I just wanted to make this video to discuss the past, present, and future of Pickleball Will. For those of you that don't know, that's me. Yes, this guy right here, the one and only. Okay, I lied. There's probably hundreds of individuals out there by the name of Will that also fancy pickleball. Hey, my name's Will. Quiet you. No one asked you. Punk ass. Probably can't even hit a third shot drop. That's right. Keep walking. I'm not that mean, guys. I'm really not that mean. So I just want to say, when I first started this channel, my mission was, and still is, to spread and share my joy of pickleball with you. This sport, this game with the silly name has given me so many memories and laughs and smiles for these past 3 years. And I am beyond grateful. Like, I really am. 2019 up until now was pretty rough for me, financially, emotionally, mentally, like physically, as I'm sure it was for many of you. And shoot, to be quite honest, I was probably one of the more fortunate ones. But pickleball really got me through those times. As cliche and corny as that sounds, it's the truth. And I just want to give some of that back to you guys and back to the community, because I really love pickleball and I love the community. I love like the people I've met. You know, I love what it's provided and given me. So if you've watched any of my videos and you've gotten value out of it, if it's made you laugh or chuckle, that's great, because that means that I'm delivering on my mission. In the past, I wasn't sure what I was going to really do with this channel. I thought, you know, maybe I would just record some of my matches and maybe do a few tutorials here and there and post it and call it a day. But one thing led to another, and here we are in the present. My channel is growing like slowly but surely, and I have a great podcast with Chris Olsen from the Pickleball Studio. He's probably one of my really good friends now, and I've met him less than a year ago, and I probably talk to him like every day, probably more than I should. Obviously, at Zane's level, like, you're trying to draw as much peak performance out of your equipment as possible, and it's surprising that spin was the #1 thing, because I would have thought that you signed with Pro XR that your reload speed must have been really high on the priority list.
Well, it actually isn't using a Pro XR handle.
Wait, that's the next most interesting thing. Look, it'd be so funny right now, because look, in my opinion, Pro XR is the most interesting paddle company that nobody cares about. You see them everywhere. I've never ever seen this thing.
Damn, I didn't know this is a roast.
Out in the wild. There's actually a vote going on right now for best podcasts and also other superlatives for like best content creator and whatnot, and the Pickleball Studio podcast is on that list. So I'll put a link in the description down below, and you should definitely go vote for us if you support me or Chris or the podcast. And when I look back on this past year and the things that I've done, that he's done, that we've done together, it still amazes me. Because, you know, everybody is going through something that they don't really talk about. And sometimes I feel like I'm really going through it. And I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. It's a miracle that I get videos out. At least that's what it feels like sometimes. I feel like it's an absolute miracle that I'm able to write, record, shoot, edit, and publish some of the videos. Making videos and content in general is hard. And I know it doesn't have to be, and it comes easier for some people, but for me, it's actually pretty tough. And I just want to give a shout out to all the people out there that, I don't want to use the word pushed me, but have inspired me to just keep going and making these videos. You know who you are. Forever grateful for your support, positivity, belief, and patience. I also want to give another shout out to anybody else out there who is making pickleball related content. Like, whether how small or how big you are, I really believe that we are the ones that are taking pickleball to the next level. Like, we have a big part to play in it as well. Speaking of next level, that leads me to my announcement and the future of Pickleball Will. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of paddle reviews right now, and I will continue to do them while trying to be as unbiased as humanly as possible, which is pretty biased because I'm human, you know, or am I? I want you guys watching these videos to understand that although I'm trying to balance out the positives and the negatives, ultimately I'm getting paid by the views that these videos get and the affiliate marketing links and codes that I'm providing to you. This thought is always just swirling in the back of my mind and can sway me, whether I know it or not, in reviewing certain paddles or saying certain things about a certain paddle. Now, like I mentioned before, I'm gonna do my best to try and hit you with the pros and the cons, but ultimately I want you to view these videos with the lens that I just gave you, because ultimately this is how I get paid, and I just want to be as transparent about that as possible. Phew, great. Now that that's off my chest, here are some upcoming paddles that I plan on doing reviews on or potential comparisons on. If some of these interest you more than the others, definitely let me know in the comments below. I hope these paddle reviews will enable me to do and explore different types of content that I have ideas about. So we shall see where the year takes us. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, play better. I'm out.